oppression, from the oppressive and diabolical regime, we were prepared for any eventuality. I'm glad that we are free. We are totally free. We were marked for total extermination, destruction of Nimba and the people. Now we are free. So whoever want to bring War Crime Code, to hell with you, go and bring it. I'm prepared to face the music. Now, don't stop embarrassing me. Go and bring it.
Okay.
Don't fool all of them with break. All of them are coming. Go there, they already prepared for you.
Senator Johnson, in the process of the liberation of your county, most of those people calling for the establishment of war crime code feel that you committed war crimes.
Listen to me, against humanity. Violent killing people, and Nimba County is declared a dangerous zone. Magibi dangerous zone, Maserati dangerous zone. Why can't we keep our dirty mouth closed for war crime code and think about how we will save our people? We are fighting in Monrovia here, talking about 2 months salary for the civil servants. We are talking about material and incentives for other medical workers, health workers. We are worrying about our people. Just leave this war crime code because it will never come to this country. Listen to me.
Senator, are you aware?
I will close it now.
No, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to close it because you are a journalist and you ask it as if you are. I do not know how to classify you. Listen to me. I went to Japan, Tokyo. I went to Japan with Wally Duna and 2 other senators. That's about 2006. We went there to attend a conference of many major organizations from the world that organized the Rome Statute. The Rome Statute is the one that established the Hague that Taylor went to. Now, we discussed and brought that Rome Statute home to Liberia, and it was ratified by the Liberian legislature in 2007. In 2007, we established the Rome Statute, meaning Liberia is a member of the Hague. But our war was fought from 1989 to 2003. So the Rome Statute was ratified in 2006 or 2007. That means Liberia is not on the agenda of the Hague. Liberia is not part of the War Crime Code. It will never be because our war ended long before the War Crime Code was ratified by the Liberian legislature. So if you don't know this, let me tell you, that is what is happening.
No, Senator, those who are advocating for the establishment of the War Crimes Code, are they concerns of what you just explained?
People who go around, those are ballot-driven people who go around advocating for War Crimes Code. But I am telling you, as the most senior official from Nimba County and the father of Nimba County, there will be no War Crimes Code in Liberia. The president of Liberia has no power to bring it because our war ended a long time before Liberia ratified the Rome Statute that established the War Crime Code. So there's no War Crime Code. Those who are talking, they are ignorant people who do not know what to say or what to do.
If this is true and the War Crimes Code will never come, why do your supporters allegedly attack those who are advocating?
You are a Nimba boy sitting down there, then you are very stupid as a journalist. Because if we didn't fight to liberate our country, you would have been dead. Your father and your mother would have been dead. You would have no country to be to. You would have no radio station called Nimba County Radio. So we fought to keep our people alive. Do you remember that they went to Lutheran Church and massacred people in Lutheran Church? Are you aware, you damn stupid journalist, that they brought 300 billion?
Senator, you can't read insults. Senator, no, don't read insult.
We are talking about virus killing people.
Yeah,
and
but
you're waking me up with prior knowledge.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping in my bed.
No,
you're waking me up.
Nima is accusing you of your supporter.
Is a dog.
Yes.
The son of Nima is a dog because if I tell my dog can't go, it go. But that one is worse than a dog.
Senator,
we should be talking about the virus.
Senator, please calm down. Please avoid profanity.
Wash your hands.
Please avoid profanity.
Your nose so you can't get a disease. Because if you bring war crime code, they say, look, Jesus went to the temple and turn the table order down and flog the people. So I will be flogging you and I will my mouth. I'm tired with you. You want war crime code, bring it. We are prepared.
Not me. Not me.
No, but you are one of the advocates.
No, but you know, for ABC journalism, we have to consult you as well, because somebody just dropped on the line. Somebody just dropped the line. Yeah, leveling grave allegation that your supporters are tagging. So we have to consult you.
You know, Pedro, they carry water into point the whole of and Boeing Quilla. We intercepted those things and got rid of them. We fought for freedom, my friend. Nelson Mandela fought for freedom. Che Guevara fought for freedom. Everybody that were oppressed fought for freedom. Freedom. And you know what happened? You're not a small boy. Then you sit down in that dance station calling me from my bedroom this morning, waking me up to work.
Yeah, it's because somebody level grave allegation against you.
You should call me if you really wanted an attentive comment from me. You should have informed me. Papi, tomorrow I will call you in the morning for you to make a comment on what somebody has said.
Yeah, but Senator,
now you don't just call me from my bedroom. Now you're damn equal. I'm a leader of the people.
Yeah, that in
so stupid. I want to be irresponsible.
That's innocent.
You one of those who joined the damn list. You're not a journalist.
No, Senator, you can't re-insult. Senator, you can't re-insult. You can't continue re-insult.
Radio. So we fought to keep our people alive. Do you remember that they went to Lutheran Church and massacred people in Lutheran Church? Are you aware, you damn stupid journalist, that they brought 300 billion?
Senator, you can't re-insult. Senator, no, don't re-insult.
We are talking about virus killing people.
Yeah,
and
but
you're waking me up with prior knowledge.
Yeah,
I'm sleeping in my bed.
No.
You're waking me up.
Nima is accusing you of your supporter.
Is a dog.
The
son of Nima is a dog, because if I tell my dog can't go. But that one is worse than a dog.
Senator,
we should be talking about the virus.
Senator, please calm down. Please avoid profanity.
Wash your hands.
Please avoid profanity.
Your nose so you can't get a disease. Because if you bring war crime code, they say, look, Jesus went to the temple and turn the table order down and flog the people. So I will be flogging you and I will my mouth. I'm tired with you. You want war crime code? Bring it. We are prepared.
Not me. Not me.
No, but you are one of the advocates.
No, but you know, for ABC journalism, we have to consult you as well, because somebody just dropped on the line. Somebody just dropped the line. Yeah, leveling grave allegation that your supporters are tagging. So we have to consult you.
You know, Pedro, they carry water into point the whole of and Boeing Quilla. We intercepted those things and got rid of them. We fought for freedom, my friend. Nelson Mandela fought for freedom. Che Guevara fought for freedom. Everybody that were oppressed fought for freedom. Freedom. And you know what happened? You're not a small boy. Then you sit down in that dance station calling me from my bedroom this morning, waking me up to work.
Yeah, it's because somebody level grave allegation against you.
You should call me if you really wanted an attentive comment from me. You should have informed me. Papi, tomorrow I will call you in the morning for you to make a comment on what somebody has said.
Yeah, but Senator,
now you don't just call me from my bedroom. Now you're damn equal. I'm a leader of the people.
Yeah, that's innocent.
Stupid. I want to be irresponsible.
That's innocent.
You're one of those who joined the damn list. You're not a journalist.
No, Senator, you can't re-insult. Senator, you can't re-insult. You can't continue re-insult.
Call me if you really wanted an attentive comment from me. You should have informed me. Papi, tomorrow I will call you in the morning for you to make a comment on what somebody has said.
Yeah, but Senator,
now you don't just call me from my bedroom. Now you're damn equal. I'm a leader of the people.
Yeah, that's innocent.
Stupid. I want to be irresponsible.
That's innocent.
You're one of those who joined the damn list. You're not a journalist.
No, Senator, you can't re-insult. Senator, you can't re-insult. You can't continue re-insult. No, we have to consult you because somebody level grave allegation against you, Senator. So apparently next time we'll not consult you because
I am one sponsor of this document.
When you hear my name, what I speak the English go, I speak a bar, and now I go to school. The one I go say I'm a speaker that I speak. Yeah, that go today. I tell you, Yakakowa, mind, be careful. Mind, be careful, Yakakowa. Be careful, Wabwaka. Be careful.
Yeah, we understand. You need really get visited.
Waka to my president. I fought for him. I won't care for him. Because I know Waka can rescue people. Yeah, yes. I get interest in him. I get that respect in him.
That's interesting.
So you want to say what about rescue?
Yes.
What about rescue?
You.
They think what I say, I'm gonna rescue you. And how you really understand me?
Okay. They think I understand rescue. Who suffer in the country? No child. No child in the country. What I will bring up? I want you to work. What I will bring medicine. What I will bring the one. They go to us. I want to call rescue. I'm alive. All over the world was noise.
So you want to be walking for freedom?
Yesterday your mouth was shut.
But the welcome prayer is not intended just for you.
But it's such a good feeling today when I can hear them from across the ocean sing this song. Let the whole world should be singing.
The spirit of Nigeria, you cannot express it in the Sunday manner that war is. But I'm looking at my chief voice of different colors. We want to have a professional different colors. Ideas different colors. Hey, you got every time separate the people. Hey, you got every time separate the people. They were created in the when you hear my name, what I speak the English book, I speak it back, and now I go to school. So now I go to I'm a speaker that I speak it. Yeah, that's what I'm today. And I can't know. Yeah, that's what mine. Be careful. Was not mine. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah, we understand. You need to get visited.
But it's such a good feeling today when I can hear them from across the ocean sing this song. That the whole world should be singing. Oh, with different colors. Different colors. Different colors. Different colors. Breaking those barriers all over the world was not easy. Yesterday your mouth was shut, yeah. Couldn't make it.
Oh yes, another beautiful moment in the Republic of Liberia.
Such a good feeling today when I can
Just another beautiful space
sing this
we have as a country to rewrite the wrong,
song, should be singing.
to upgrade the progress.
Oh,
We can only do that if we sincerely reflect on the past.
different colors. Different colors.
You know, somebody said the outcome of harvest
They got different colors.
Sorry, harvest is the outcome of an investment. So if you did not invest, you cannot harvest. When you spend your entire week home, and then there is a Monday that begins the working week, and you go to work and your productivity is low, your output is not encouraging at all, your boss is heavily discouraged with your output, it means you did not invest enough time or adequate time in preparing for that Monday. In this case, I know you, the audience, become our bosses. And so it's good to be back on the farm to engage on the issues that matter the most to our country's growth and development. Let me say a very, very pleasant good morning to all of you across the country. Good morning to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to be back on your radio. Today is the 11th day of March 2024. Just too many things to talk about. And interestingly, there are too many personalities connected to the issues. And so we shall do the needful, driving you straight up to 10 o'clock. Obviously, the war crimes code is an issue. Trust me, it does need to talk about this every day. We will speak to this matter on a daily basis until the outcome is here. Asset retrieval. Asset retrieval. Asset retrieval. Look at me. Okay, so we are here. Let's play it. Let's go into the conversation. Now is the time to give that away. Join me. This whole asset retrieval thing, let's talk about it today as well. We are hearing that the National Port Authority, replacements are taking place. On a political basis. Interesting country, you know, we have. Yeah, so that's the size and shape of our show this morning. We hear say NPA people say they are investigating a rice theft. Just laugh. Rice theft. Okay. Somewhere from America. But yes, folks, that's the size and shape of the show this morning. We drive you straight up to 10 o'clock. Don't forget our Freedom Cash giveaway. We spent some time talking about it this morning. Somewhere from Zimbabwe. Somewhere from Jamaica. We have cash to give away. We tell you how to participate in the process. But before that, let me bring in my colleague Abu Sharif on this note. Good morning to you, bro.
Good morning. Good morning, Austin. And I'd like to say a pleasant good morning to all of our listeners, those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, and those of you who do not like the things we say, the way we say the things we say. It's good to have you join us this morning for breakfast. And like Austin said, there are a lot of things happening in our country, and this is a perfect opportunity, as always, to run our analysis on these things for public clarity, particularly intended to ensure that government does exactly what it has promised the people of this country. and to keep their feet to the fire. This is something we like to do, and we are always committed to doing. And there are too many of these things that have happened over the weekend and up to this morning. We will be looking at some of them to include the setting up or the pronouncement, subsequent setting up of asset recovery and retrieval office by the president. The membership of that team, and all of that is something to look at gravely, and plus other issues. This report about missing containers from the free port of Monrovia, we think is scary. How can the port, with all of the security and the technology we've been made to understand, installed there, we'll see container, big hellable container truck, and passing through without anybody having any idea, any knowledge. It looks very, very feature and funny. Somebody have to tell us exactly what they are up to and what is surrounding this whole missing truck from the Freeport of Monrovia conversation is, and what is it actually intended for. Plus news and report about dismissals from the very same port, and all these things are happening at the same time and everything. So yes, it's a perfect opportunity to unpack these things. And today commences the holy month of Ramadan. I'd like to, on behalf of myself and of course our institution, say happy Ramadan to all of us Muslim brothers and sisters, and hope and pray that we use this opportunity to pray for our country and pray God Almighty to intervene in the leadership gap and vacuum in our country, because as it is now, it appears like there is no leadership. The leadership appears very, very lame duck, and they don't seem to be taking action. Fire are gutting our homes and properties, and families are losing their lives. We see police officers are supposed to be protecting life and property are opening fire and killing Liberians, and all these things are happening. DA officers are shooting guns all over the place, and these things are happening in our country as though there is no leadership. So we use this holy month of Ramadan to pray the Almighty's intervention in filling the leadership vacuum in our country, and that his kindness will also take us through successfully to the completion of the holy month of Ramadan. And so, yeah, it's good to be here, and let's have these national conversations, my brother.
Sure. Let's join many others to extend the best, all the best to our Muslim brothers who, though some began on the weekend or last week or in the middle of last week, and then
Who began last
yeah,
week?
that's what I'm told. That some started on the weekend and some are
No,
resuming
the
today.
actual Ramadan starts today. Probably they were having other fast obligations.
Okay, so but officially, we'd like to say happy start of the Ramadan to all of our Muslim brothers and sisters, and those who, for some other health or medical reasons, may not be able to join the other brothers and sisters. We wish them well as well in their endeavors, and we hope that they will prioritize prayer for our nation's growth, and that we will live peacefully as a country, as a people, in unison. Folks, we have observed that a few of you have been having some issues with how to get involved with the Freedom Cash giveaway, and there's a reason why we've not been calling you, because the way we've been doing the show, we're not too sure that we've been treating you too fair in terms of having you a part. The reason why the show is designed this way was to have you feel a part of the show as well. So not just to give you the money. So over the weekends, we will send, but I won't. But why you didn't call me? So you don't worry. As long as you firing, yeah, you can be join the firing. You say no. Once you get your money, you get your money, enjoy your man. So this is what we're going to do. We will spend the last maybe 5 minutes every time on the show to call all of the winners. Because you are a part of the show now, so we are including you on the menu, but every day. So every day, the sim will have our 2 hours here where we will allot your own 8 minutes or your 10 minutes to call you to play scores 2 times or twice on the show to all of the winners, or we just allot the 10 minutes at the end of the show to call you all the first 10 minutes at the beginning of the show. For example, if today, all of the winners today, we will not call you today, for example, tomorrow at the start of the show, we call all of you on the show. Wednesday, the same way, and then Thursday, the same way. So, because you are a part of the show now, so we will do that for you and give you your own of courtesy. So, how do you play? Those of us who have classroom discipline, when you sit down 1 hour and somebody just talking to you, you know now at times 1 hour gets boring, right? At times 2 hours get boring. So imagine somebody you are sitting listening to somebody talking for 1 hour or somebody talking for 2 hours. And here we have 2 hours, 30 minutes every day, Monday to Friday, to engage you. Now, so within 2 hours are enough time to engage some of the major issues in the country, all of us. So I can fire for the 5 minutes, we can fire for 5 minutes, we can reserve the remaining time to take your course. And then we still have enough time to call you on the show, you the winners on the show, to congratulate you and tell you thank you for playing our Freedom Cash giveaway. So we're going to structure the show in that manner moving forward. So everybody has a taste of the Freedom Money Rise, because we know this is your biggest platform in country. This is the biggest thing that is happening to radio at this time in the money. We are aware that the country is locked down. And so we are also aware that you have huge interest in our Freedom Cash giveaway. Now, those of you listening, those of you watching us on our Facebook live feed, those of you listening to us via our online radio, or those of you listening to us via the manual radio, we like to say, take your phone and let's go through the drill, how to play. We'll do this drill up to 8 o'clock, and then from 8 to 9:45, we can fire and make time to take your call. So take your phone, let's go through the drill so you understand how to play our Freedom Cash giveaway. What you also need to know, we'll say that one at the end of it. Now, all you have to do is to take your phone. You must have a Lone Star Cell mobile money account. There are some who been using their orange number to play. No, you cannot use orange number to play. You're not qualified. The only people that are qualified to play are the people who have Lone Star Cell mobile money account. So you take it. Those of you who have Lone Star Cell mobile money account, take your phone. Let's play together. You dial *799#. As we're drilling you through, myself, I'm doing it on the phone, so you have a clear understanding how to play. So you dial *799#. Those of you watching see, I've dialed my *799#. I'm going to press enter. It's reading on my phone. I'm sure that's how it's reading on your phone. When you press enter, you will see there are 12 options of different radio stations. 12 options of different radio stations. Freedom FM, since you are listening to Freedom FM is at number 11. So you enter 11. When you enter 11, you press send or enter. When you press send or enter, 2 options will come on your phone, will appear on your phone. The 2 options, option number 1 is in USD. You see 0.70, meaning you must have 70 cents US dollars. Option number 2 is LRD, meaning you have $100 in your phone to play. Those of us who have Liberian dollars in our phone will press number 2. Those of you who want to play in USD, you press number 1. So I'm drilling you, so I'm going to press number 1. I'm going to press number 2 because I realize that most of you can play in LD. So I enter number 2. When I enter number 2, I press send. The next requirement that comes to you is enter your PIN code. Now they are asking me to enter my mobile money password. When I press my mobile money password and press send, I have automatically played and I'm qualified for the draw. I already played, meaning I am a potential winner just by playing. But I'm not going to press send on my phone because I am not qualified to play. All of us here at Freedom, we are not qualified to play. So I just wanted to show you through how the process works. Now, all of you who are still having issues, you can keep listening. We'll keep reminding you. But once you dial *799#, you are automatically into the draw. And then all you have to do is follow the options. And then you are into the draw. Very easy and simple to play and be a part of the draw. Now, I am going to draw a winner and announce the number so you see how easier it is to play. I just drew a winner. For the sake of the show and education, all of you who are following us, how you guys manage this phone is off. I'm going to dial this person who just won. Number is 0886 58 7360 and call this person who just won on the show so you see how it works. Oh, okay. The phone is ringing, meaning this person just won 2,500 Liberian dollars. Good morning to you.
Yeah, morning.
Oh, how you know that Austin calling you? Congratulations, you just won yourself $2,500. Did you receive the notification?
I come in and check it off.
Okay, she's checking it. What's her name? Rebecca Woolen.
But even you listening to the show, how you know that Austin?
Yeah, I know that I've been calling because I'm not calling you my number.
You're expecting a call?
Oh, she said she got a number on your phone.
Okay, probably she has won before.
But have you won before? So you see, you are a lucky winner today. Wow. Congratulations, Rebecca.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so you see, that's how simple the process is. She has played there over 20 times, and today she is a lucky winner. Let's see whether we can draw another winner. So we want to draw another winner and see who this person could be. So this person is 0880 12 0207. This person has also won $2,500. Let's see whether we can talk to this person. The process is very easy, very simple to play. No stress. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Freedom FM.
How you know that Freedom is calling you?
I'm following the show.
Okay. Have you received any notification?
Yes, exactly.
Can you read the message out for us?
Yes, I received $2,500.
I want you to read exactly what's in the message.
Okay. They say congratulations, you have won. Until I cancel the call and go through the message.
Okay. But how many times have you played?
Last time I played 3 times, and this morning I played 1 time.
Okay, so you are lucky. What's your name?
Jeremiah L. Glampai.
Jeremiah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so Jeremiah has won himself. So the winners, there are more winners that we're going to call. Just we have about 60 to 70,000 as a gift. So the more you play, it's an opportunity for you to win. So there are winners here already. We just join winner, right? So we want you to while we are about to inform you and educate you on these critical issues, especially about the asset retrieval thing, this war crime school thing, and the National Port Authority, which we have very strong opinions about. You also have to make sure that you have at least little cash in your pocket that you can buy data to watch us or charge your phone if you do not have LDC. If you even have LDC, you're looking at you don't get LDC set because LDC is as unstable as Joseph Braga himself. So you don't have, maybe you have to go to the charging booth to charge your phone. That's why we're doing these things at least. So while we make you happy by exciting you, by entertaining, by educating you on these critical issues, telling what you want to hear, we want to make sure that you have little cash also on you that you can be able to follow us on a daily basis. So let's call the last lucky winner, and then we'll go into our political conversation. We'll come back. We'll call more winners. This person is 0581015. This is the third winner on the show. There are more winners already on the show, but we'll call you at the end of the show. Okay, so this person. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, the phone's still ringing.
I thought I may sing you. This person's phone is ringing. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning? We're calling you from Freedom FM. Have you received a notification? Hello? Hello? Have you received a notification?
Yes.
What did you receive? What did it say?
From Freedom Communication.
Okay, what's the name? Pristo? Hello? Okay, how many times have you played our cash giveaway? Okay. The network where he is seems very scratchy. So, but that's it. So that's the third winner, and there's a full winner. So at the end of the show, we are going to call the other winners on the show who've won themselves $2,500 each. So let's move into our political discussion now. At this point, Abu, we'll begin with this list that is in our possession from the National Port Authority. Those are the soft targets so far, and then we can move into something else. So it says the management of the National Port Authority, after an internal investigation and in consultation with its board chairman, has immediately terminated the following staff for financial improprieties and administrative reasons. 1. Gabriel S. Bull, Comptroller. 2. Fakuma Dukli, former Comptroller. 3. Logan Davy, former LSP Director. 4. Sabato Dennis, former Director of Investigation. 5. Christian Branell, Deputy Controller. 6. Terence Doe, Executive Director for Transport. 7. PWS Flomoku, Executive Director of Human Resources. 8. Patrick Small, Executive Director to the Office of former Managing Director Darina Nebo. Now Civicus Basigya, Buchanan Port Director. Number 10, P. Martin Zize, Port Coordinator Buchanan. The management has subsequently notified law enforcement for onward prosecution where applicable. The public is encouraged not to do business with these former employees.
These are high level senior managers, right?
Yeah,
top level, top bracket. Let's say for financial improprieties and administrative reasons.
Yeah.
All right. So the details in the investigative findings will probably specify each person's own crime, whether this person is dismissed for financial impropriety or for administrative reason. But from the top end, anyway, I think we can go into the details. I know there's something you want to add, but let me just read this one coming in from Kagata, Mangibi County. In Mangibi corruption scandal, arrest warrant issued for county health officials. You remember that?
Yeah.
That recording that came out that time, and this investigation is born out of an old investigation that started during the past government, I think. So the 13th Judicial Circuit Court in Mangibi County has issued a writ of arrest for several individuals associated with the Mangibi County Health Team. Among those named are Dr. Augustine N. Fania, County Health Officer, Leroy Dorizia, County Administrator, Donu Horace, County Procurement Officer. I think he's the one on the recording that time. William Johnson, County Logistic Officer, Roland Reeve, County Finance Officer, Mr. Ernest Flan, County Logistic Officer, and Thomas M. Bonard, County Diagnostic Officer. But just to give you a hint of what has also happened on that end.
You see, folks, I want to just say this briefly because we don't need to wait for whatever so-called police investigation. To a greater extent, I like the way Mr. Brocker has decided to play challenge with governance in our country. I like it. I'm enjoying it. You know, while we are enjoying the way Mr. Brocker has decided to behave very extremely childish and irresponsible in managing our state, it's because we saw this coming. We said it before that Mr. Brocker would not be in charge of governance in this country. And people were using the baby wearing pamper to make decisions in our country and plunge this country into chaos that will be beyond the control of Mr. Brocker himself. But people, they didn't listen. And before I also say what I want to say, let me sound this as a warning. It's not an advice. It's a warning to my young brother who I don't know. I've not seen him at the National Poll Authority. The United Party is a user entity. Let me repeat. The United Party is a user entity. It has people in leadership at current who are accustomed to using people and dragging them into problems. Well, in Dugle, Sekou Dugle, mark this today. This decision, we are aware that this decision is against your will. That one we already know. We are aware that the decision to terminate the contract or the services of these people at MPA, this decision is against your will. We are aware. But the fact that you cannot stand or you will choose not to stand as the managing director of the National Poll Authority and allow a uselessly careless man like Luther Tappe to put you into making political decisions that will favor his United Party alliance people speaks the worst about your experience and education you've ever acquired in your life. If you allow this to go without speaking out, you in your wisdom can never make the decision. And I'm 100% aware that you did not take this decision. You are not a poor man. You are not broke. I'm speaking to you, Sekou Dugle, as a young brother. You are not a poor man. You are not broke. You don't need MPA managing director job to survive. Luther Tappe has nothing to lose. His reputation is bankrupt. He has nothing similar to integrity in this country. He has desecrated the puppet that brought him into fame in this country. So he has nothing close to integrity to stand on. At this point, Luther Tappe can do anything he wishes to do. He cares less about reputation or integrity. A man who will bear a pastoral tattoo, who will walk from different corridor, go to the president hall to protest for job, it tells you his level of desperation. I'm saying this to you, Sekou, as a young brother. You are in the midst of desperate people. When people are desperate to the extent that their desperation is visible, you become a risk. Don't allow these guys to run you into something that you will not be able to take yourself out of. Everything about this thing is just a mere dismissal of the people that they are seditious and we don't want them at the port. There is nothing sinister or financial impropriety that you can prove as an institution to go to. If you go to court, if these guys go to court, there is nothing you can prove. No audit was conducted. We are aware of that. The counter to us is to publish the audit report that was conducted, because you're talking financial impropriety. There is nothing outside audit can find somebody liable or proof that somebody is found liable financially. Nothing outside audit report. That's why we have the internal audit and we have the GSC. If you are accusing somebody of financial improprieties, there has to be a financial document in the form of an audit at least to link these people. Besides that, these guys have contracts, legal contracts with the National Port Authority to terminate their service arbitrarily without any formal investigation. It's also wrong. It's very wrong, extremely wrong. You can't be this irresponsible because your desperation is unmanageable. You can't be this irresponsible. The problem Joe Barker and his people are looking for in this country, when it comes, yeah. I want to say something, but let me just tune down small. But on a serious note, the problem Joe Barker looking for in this country, people that Luther Tapper didn't get anything to lose. Somebody who can take fire and burn, who say, oh, he lie. He say he pastor the Bible say that should not lie. They make him be fasting, he be lying that fire burn. They make him fasting when fire got to his house. He lied that people were into petrol bombing his house. When the investigation was conducted, it proved different. It means that man can go at any length to do anything to tarnish people's reputation. You are a very young man, very enterprising young man, very potential. You have the only thing maybe you don't have to your disposal now. Maybe that ability to make him be, to produce him be. You achieve people coming to public service. The reason why Donald Trump started bringing people to public service, achievers, millionaires to public service, was because he wanted to control waste and increase integrity, according to him. That's why he started bringing people who were already achieved into public service. I didn't see that as a bad idea. Because when you are already established, you will not accept anything. You will not accept anything. Especially so when you know that a particular action or decision is politically driven. You don't accept anything, Sekou. I don't know if you're anywhere. I tell God to beg you and speak to your conscience. It's good that we begin Ramadan today. So I'm speaking to your conscience. I beg you. It will be better if you can continue minute. You pack your bed, you go live your quiet business life and do your business. Go with George Joe Barker then. God knows how much you invested in Joe Barker to get him to the presidency. Don't allow Joe Barker's desperate people. Don't allow Joe Barker's irresponsible behavior to lead you into something that tomorrow when it comes on you, Sekou, Barker will not stay with you. Luther Tapper will shift the blame. And you see, they're not Luther Tapper's signature on the communication, that your signature there, that your name there. Again, This is my first time mentioning your name on my show. I'm warning you. We've been here with no Liberian politics. Don't allow people to use to fight proxy war. If Joe Biden say he made enough, if Dr. Tabe is made enough, there is a bull that is responsible to craft policies to govern the institution. Then the board sit down and do a resolution terminating the service or instructing you to terminate the service. And you read there by directive of the board, blah, 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 blah. Don't allow Luther Tapper them to push you into fighting proxy war. If any of the guys go to Luther Tapper, trust me, Luther would say to them, no, it is not my decision. He can't defend that decision. Yeah. Be careful. Be wise. This is politics. This is not the Bible or the Quran. This is politics. They will use it to fight proxy war. You create enemies for yourself in the Liberian society. That even some of your brothers, look at your brother, Kafuma Dugle. He's your brother. Did I see Sekou Kole in there, sir?
That governance issue, no, brother.
No. The governance issue, you just follow the process, the right process. But when it's wished on there, it does not become governance issue. It becomes a political issue. So we use political tools and political languages to address it. There's no governance issue. These will have 25 years employment status with MPA. So it is not governance issue. You are terminating the post services arbitrarily. You say you're dismissed, then you go for investigation.
Okay, I think what I'm saying, so we've been getting these reports about witch hunt and if you may dismissal and transfer of people. There have been a lot of calls coming from the port, just as they are from other institutions and entities across government. Ever since Mr. Bwaka assumed the presidency of our country, they are troubling for the fragile peace, and unity in our country. They need the dire need to build a very cohesive society. When people start to feel targeted and witch hunted because of their political views or their background, it's troubling. It undermines the drive to genuine reconciliation in the country. And as old as Mr. Bwaka is, he must be, or he should be, the champion in these kinds of endeavors. However, the contrary is what we are seeing. But just reading by the announcement that was issued by the management of the Port Authority, where they confirm and affirm that an internal investigation was made or was done in this matter, and in consultation with the board chairman, the chairman of the National Port Authority board, right? And holding these as fact in the absence of details, right? One would say that, okay, there was some kind of internal investigation done. Whether the quality of the investigation meets best standard and all that remains another inquiry we need to make, right? But the chairman of the board, in consultation with the chairman of the board, I don't know if this means if the chairman of the board was the representation of the entire board, or the investigation was done and then the findings of the investigation was submitted plus the recommendation to the board, and then the board debated it and approved the recommendations, right, that call for the dismissal of these people, because we have to be systemic now, right? Systematic in that the management of the National Port Authority conducts an investigation involving some of its staff or employees, right? And based on the gravity of her findings, suggest some recommendations, against or affecting those employees, forward these results to the board for further, advanced decision making. The board goes through it, right? Grant the management of the National Port Authority the leverage to go ahead with her decision to terminate, because that's what the statement will mean. In consultation, so that means when we finish doing it, we consulted them, then they agree, so that means we're all on the same boat, and that's how the decision to terminate the contract or the employment status or statuses of all of these very high level ranking officials of the national port management, right? The management has subsequently notified law enforcement, the Liberia National Police, right? For onward prosecution where applicable, where the Liberia National Police. So I'm not understanding a whole lot of things with this statement coming from the National Port Authority, and I believe these ambiguities are informing public conversation that this is a political witch hunt, right? Because which one comes first? Is it the General Auditing Commission, maybe the GAC, conducting an audit to establish, fraud, or maybe the management identified fraud, submitted that fraud, that fraud alarm to the LACC for the LACC to go in and do investigation. When the LACC investigates and establishes that yes, indeed, there are probable cause, that's how these findings are submitted, right, to the Justice Ministry for prosecution. And these things are done in consonance with the port management. It's not done in isolation with the port management. So it's important to understand that our laws are clear and the system are there. Any attempt for you to issue something that goes contrary to what is required by law, then it smells political witch hunt. That's when people can start to say, or assume that, oh, this is out of political, target, and because these people are seditious, and that's why they're trying to remove them. And we all know the venom that character like the Unity Party chairman comes with, right? He comes with that venom and that greed for power and wealth and all that. We saw he led the first major protestation against his president and the government when they are not even taken office, better yet. So this morning, while we were going through, I sat very quietly and I'm engaging. So I decided to engage the new managing director. And I wrote him to ask whether he was prepared and willing to have a conversation to clear some of our doubt on some of these things relative to this decision. First of all, he confirmed that the decision is 100%. Because I asked to understand whether he's in the know and this is the port decision. He said yes, and it's 100%. But he could not speak to me on the show this morning because according to him, he's out of the country on work engagement, which we respected. So now, another thing, he also indicated that these individuals have been forwarded for onward investigation. So what comes first? Investigation before action, or action before investigation, Austin, right? Mm-hmm. Do we dismiss the people before we investigate? So why if these people go to the appropriate institutions of government for investigation and it is established that they perceive fraud where, untrue, what happens next? But then Luther Tapper and the Unity Party hierarchy have already replaced these people with Unity partisans. So you see where your judgment, your decision are now being considered political and witch hunting. So what to do first? And I understand, right? Brother Sekou is a very professional, established, and accomplished young man. No doubt. But the vicious nature of Liberian politics, right, might expose this man and compel him to probably lower his standard to meet up with the demands of his political employers. And I am aware that Brother Sekou enjoys great deal of confidence from the president, the appointing authority. And I see Luther Tapenes trying to use the political institution, the Unity Party, as a tool to kind of influence this man in some unorthodox manner and form. And I'd like to call on the brother, right, to stand his ground, stand his professional ground and do things rightly. Doing things rightly set a standard and a legacy that even if you spend 1 month as the port manager, right, you are not seen as the usual managers of that port. Your actions, your dealings, your activities, your decisions, the way you take them, the way you premise them on the law, and the way you do not succumb to political pressure from unscrupulous and greedy politicians like Luther Tabe, Halin Bian, Pastor, or Reverend Tato, right, will stand a great deal in vouching for your reputation tomorrow. And that's why we are being very, 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 very careful in how we deal with the matter, because we've already done our background and we know where this is coming from. We know where this is coming from. It is not too late. You can roll back this decision and do the needful, come out with prima facie basis for people dismissal. You've not done an investigation yet. The quality of the investigation you conducted is not sufficient. Financial malpractices, yes, we know. Too many things are financial improprieties. There are too many things that go in there. But it has to be established. It has to be established. The cases have to be known or made clear. And there must be an investigation to the point, right? If we are quite sure that there were financial things going on in that place that are not right, I support accountability, and I will support the 100-day in showing that the culture of financial dealings in the port are changed and are improved to be accountable. But in doing so, we must follow the law. Let the GAC commission a GAC audit, right, of the activities of these highly placed managers of the port. Because remember, they are Liberians. When this is done, because the GAC will go there to investigate fraud and malpractices. When they do, they send their findings to the LACC. When the LACC goes there, collect all of the necessary evidences or pieces of evidence and submit finding to you. Then you can take administrative decision on to relieve these people of their posts while sending them to the Ministry of Justice. When you do that, nobody will come by and say, oh, Sekou Dugbe witch hunting us, or the port management witch hunting us. Luther Tape must stop this, his desperation for power and political influence. You have demonstrated zero moral since your entry into politics. The fact that up to now you cannot submit your report, your financial report on how you disburse the monies that were intended for districts across this country to celebrate the inauguration says a lot about you, and that you will still be wearing arrogance, passing around public buildings and ministries and agencies, and speaking in authority. I hope I was the head of any of these places. You bring out your face. I will tell you in your face that you do not stand the moral ground anymore until you can account for the money that was entrusted you, Mr. Chairman. You see, got these kind of terrible people around here. They will plunge this country into mess, Austin.
Into serious chaos. Into serious chaos. And let me say this. There is something that Tape does not know. Luther Tape, there is something that he does not know. The MPA is not a place where you go and carry your stupidity. Trust me. MPA is a conglomeration of different people. And MPA will always be a conglomeration of different people. You will not have everybody in our place telling you yes, sir, or wearing party t-shirt. All of the managing directors who went down there, they did not have all of the employees and contractors saying yes, sir, to them. Because that is the National Port Authority.
Diversity is called.
There is a growing tension. I know. You don't have the capacity to neutralize certain threats against you. You don't. When they decide to come your way, they will come your way. You cannot neutralize them. And I'm going to say this to you. If you continue on the path, you will encounter the wrath. And nobody, not even the United Party, will be able to save you.
For what? They can.
So if you think this country is a country of joke, Where anybody can just wake up one morning and just do anything to anybody and go scot-free, that's not true. You are misleading yourself. You are the fact that you fletch, you get fletch. Trust me, you go after people, they will come after you. You go after people, they will come after you. You go after people physically, they will come after you physically. You go after people spiritually, they will come after you spiritually. You go after people politically, they will come after you politically. So sit down there, you say, because you get one party chairman, that call Unity Party chairman, and you can just do anything you want to do.
He's just passing around the place. Irresponsibly passing around.
You are very, very strange to this terrain. You are very, very inexperienced to venture into the space you want to venture into. That's not your space. We know that, yeah, you're strange, you're new to our politics, or so you want to exert yourself to appear like a powerful chairman, you know, and all of that. But that's not how people who became powerful in other political parties as chairman and secretary generals, they did not become powerful like the way you want to. They did not become influential like you want to do it. I know you can say that and say you want to be powerful than McGill and more powerful than McGill. I know that we can hear that, we can hear all of that. But they did not become powerful the way you are treading. People will come after you, Luther Tape. And I will support people who will come after you.
Oh, yeah?
We will sit here, we announce our support to people from in your party that will come after you.
You think everybody happy with your irresponsible manner in which you're dealing with the party?
There will come a time where you're going up, they will boo you. And you will not do anything to them. There are men in Apot that all the governments that have come and gone, they could not touch. And those men are still in the port. The real men are in the port. You going after Piri Flomo Kude? The real men are in the port. Go and look at your employment record. Go for the employment record. Since it came to power in 2018, the MPA had about not more than 315 employees. MPA, go and do your report, your investigation. MPA had no more than 315 employees. Check your employment list and see how many employees Freeport has now. So the real men are in the port. We're not going to hide this for you. The real men are in the port. Go there and see in that place at Unity Party headquarters. In that place, you carry party headquarters there, you will not survive there. You want to make MPA sour and bitter for you. Yeah. Trust me, there are men there to make that place very unbearable and sour for you that you will not be able to go there. Start hunting people that you do not have capacity to face.
And you think all of them will fold
their hands and go there and sleep and say, because Luther Tabe can't make him after me.
Yeah, he's the chairman and he came here, so he took decision.
Do you really think a Bill Torre on Dana Nebo could not have gone after seditionists who were wearing Unity Partisans who were wearing Unity Party t-shirts in our port? You think they couldn't do it? They could have done that and got the backing of the president. But they realized that that was not vested in the policy, in the aspiration of the president. So they could not pursue that. They didn't go there to hunt Palestinians. They didn't go there to hunt Liberians. They didn't see Palestinians. They saw Liberians working. So they didn't care.
And most of the people on the list,
they were generating. So the fact that they were generating the money to pay people, they increased the wage, and it never became a burden on the MPA's budget. The MPA was still contributing to the national budget. Because that place generates a lot of money, has the capacity to finance 30% of our budget. I can say that every day. That place are struggling for revenue. You go there and decide to politically hunt people, you take 10% from MPA. How does it help you? Then as soon as the 10% say we're not going to code, we're not pursuing anything, we're going to accept the result, we're going to sit down. How does it help you in the Unity Party? But guess what? The 10 people I just test. And this message is for all of you in the port, including the person who wrote the press release. This message is just, this statement is a test. They are testing the water.
It's a wave. The wave is coming.
They want to get rid of CD. Joe Biden said the port was overcrowded. During his campaign, he said that the port was overcrowded and that government entities were being overcrowded by the CDC government. And when they had the opportunity to come to power, they were going to cut it off. That's what they said. These 10 people are at the hierarchical level of the MPA. They're in top-notch positions at MPA. If this works with them, it means all of you below them, they're coming after you. That's the message. The intention is to not just to decongest the port, because the port is not congested. They do not want to swell the wage of MPA because they want to divert the money. They will increase tariff, divert the money to the budget because they want to employ more people. So they want to do it. Let's reduce the employee. Let's dismiss people. Let's dismiss sedition, and then bring in our Unity Party people.
Yeah, because it's not that people are cutting.
No.
To say, as per the president, that cost staff.
No.
When you cost staff, that means when you move, you now come and put it there. But then when they are moving,
they created space to put the UP people there. Ask yourself, how can Emmanuel Gongwe has been appointed, has been employed at MPA for training? Emmanuel Gongwe, who refused a deputy minister job at Labour Ministry.
Yeah, but he gone to the port.
MPA has already hired him as director for training.
So let me.
How come Charles Ramos has been appointed, we heard, or employed at MPA to replace, I think, Sabato? Eh? Is that the release?
Yeah,
okay.
No. This one here is an account from one of the dismissed, dismissed employee, right? So the person who wrote this said, we have not received any letter from the NPA management. We only saw it on Spoon Network. How do you dismiss people in the press? We were never investigated for any act of corruption. Okay. Neither did we admit to any corruption allegations. They said they wanted to transfer us to Maryland County just to discourage us to resign. Mm-hmm. But we agreed to be transferred. Suddenly, we saw it on the social media, Spoon Network, that we are dismissed. We are going to work this morning because we have not received any letter of such. They are only going after us because we supported WIA and CDC. Dismissed NPA employees narrated. Okay. So you see, how do you come to the public and issue a statement that you investigated? You have people going through a process of investigation, right? And then according to you, the funding of your investigation, you decided to dismiss the people, but you not get a people dismissal letter here. But you issue a press statement in the public dismissing these people. That is irresponsible, that is unorthodox, and is unadministrative. You do not do things like that. It smells politics, and of course, it smells witch hunt. And this is a ground for chaos. This is a ground for chaos. These people stand every legal and relevant grounds to challenge this unnecessary arbitrary decision from an irresponsible chairman of a misguided political party who are only desperate for jobs and power and money, right? And this is chaotic for our country. Any well-meaning, positively thinking Liberian citizen will condemn this recklessly irresponsible action. And of course, we cannot sit here, we see tension breeding, and because we feel it's John is poor, then we sit down and we say, oh yeah, there's sedition. Who told you they violated any law for being seditions or they must be witch hunter? CDC was a legitimately, democratically elected government, and every decision they took to hire and employ people into government were in keeping with the law. And those under contract enter into under the CDC government, they do not violate any laws of our country, and nobody must wage on them because CDC hired them. Right?
And we say this
nobody
to them,
must do that.
We say this to them. All of you listed on this list of MPA, APM, there is a company in that place called APM Terminal. There's a company there called APM Terminal. If you need us to rally our supporters to escort you to the National Port Authority, you let us know. We don't have to go from community to community. We can sit here and rally our supporters and tell them to assemble at the National Port Authority to ensure that all of you are escorted to the National Port Authority. Let them send their armed police officers to shoot more people. We want Baka to kill more people. The more Baka kill, the more the human record of the government becomes dirty. The more Baka discharge loud bullets at peaceful citizens, armless citizens, or unarmed citizens, the more a human record becomes very dirty. And we will provoke you to take actions that will dirty your human record and make you the worst president ever in your life. That's what we'll do.
That's the goal.
We will provoke his police, will provoke his military and his paramilitary group to the extent that they will shoot and kill more people. They will hunt people in the night, hunt people down to death, hunt critical voices, intimidate critical voices, that their human record will be very dirty. The Prince Johnson, now that they're going after, people start going after them. That's what we're going to do. We'll cause Baka to shut radio station down for speech. We'll force Baka to beat people and kill them for speech and protesting. They've already started. They beat university students, invaded the campus of the university, the main campus of the university, beat university students. We told one person got killed in the process. They seized the body and they are hiding the body right now as we speak. We are also told that one is a fact. They went to Grand Cape Mount, beat, shot, and killed peaceful protesters, citizens who were protesting against the ill treatment of B. Martin. That's what we're going to do. We are going to force Joe Baka to turn it to dirty his human record in 6 months. He will do that. He even go 3 months. You've already nasty it. We'll force you to dirty your human record so people can know that Baka is a cruel old man with no ideas to govern, just want to enrich himself, enrich a family. And look, this nonsense will not just go like that.
And take the country backward. Drag the country to chaos.
You have pressing issues ahead of you. Baka has not opened his mouth to say one thing that is tied to his policy on electricity. People are living in heat and dying and fainting. Even he Baka fainted from heat on his inauguration day. A serious, responsible and mature president who will faint from heat on his inauguration day will make that a priority for him.
A national emergency.
Today, Joe Baka is doing nothing. He said nothing. You want to take that old man serious, and you want us to take Joe Baka serious? A 79-year-old man that will not even have pin to pin his house, could not afford to pin his house, and we find pride, take pride in taking money, extorting money from people to upgrade his home prior to inauguration. Man at that age, what does it say to you? That this man is just another irresponsible president that nobody is supposed to respect. That's what it says to you. A man, Baka could not afford to pin his house. Baka could not afford to buy new shoes in 6 years. Baka could not afford to buy new clothes in 6 years. Baka could not afford to even engulf or engrave his name on his shirt in 6 years. He could not afford that. But his kids, his children were all working in the weird government. He could not afford to wear a name. They already go do a shirt, they put in JNB on his shirt. He could not afford to do these things in 6 years. In 3 months, Joe Baka writing a name on his shirt. He saw a clothes, a name on the JNB on it. Baka could not afford to buy new shoes that cost $100 US. Today, Baka wearing $800 US shoe. Joe Baka, who could not afford to buy new, that he had in the point here, new one. You were wearing one old cap consistently for 6 years.
Kengo, one old Kengo.
One old Kengo. Yeah, Kengo.
Yeah, we need
old Kengo. He wore that Kengo for 6 years.
People are donating Kengo. He could not afford
to change it. Today, Baka wearing the best of Kengo in the world you can find. Branded one. Joe Baka, at age 79, coming 80-year-old. You already told me before, so we're saying 80-year-old. 80-year-old man. You want to take that man serious? And you think of me, we in our mid-30s. Some in our early 30s. Yeah, and you want 80-year-old man who has already outlived his usefulness to come and what dangling our future. And you say, just sit down, don't say anything. You know why? We are happy that people who champion Baka's presidential messages, his campaign, they are the ones joining us to write about Baka's silence. Let's read what Amakone has written on this electricity thing. We tell you Baka is a serious old man. You think that phone playing. This is Amakone, the man who led, who presided, who organized and presided over his so-called data center. This is what Amakone has written. They said the LDC mess and the increase in fire incidents in Morovia. Citizens are suffering from poor leadership and management of resources. It doesn't matter if one is rich or poor, young or old. We are all suffering because of LDC. Action is overdue. This old man fainted. Everybody around said he fainted because of heat. The place was heated, so he fainted. He has the power, the most powerful man in country. What Baka is concerned about? He got a battery charge, a solar farm constructed at his home. I stand by to LDC in case LDC just goes. Baka is okay. Whoever Sylvester Graceway they appoint anywhere, whoever decision Sylvester Graceway they take, he not get time for that thing.
It's been selfish.
He get time. And there is nothing that Joe Baka is doing that we did not say to you. Asset retrieval, Abu. This takes us into this asset retrieval thing, so you have an idea of what Baka has done to himself and I think he's doing to Liberia.
Just before the asset retrieval, Austin, you know, there are a lot of you who thought that because Baka was going to Cote d'Ivoire, so he was going to find an immediate solution to our electricity problem, especially when you brought that up. Let me tell you, Baka is a disconnected, unknown, unpopular, and very unresourceful man that you just took and made him president of this country, that we are all going to be suffering the pinch of it. How do I mean that? Baka going to Cote d'Ivoire was engineered by people who were trying to improve. I'm not going to call him, but this is fine. Somebody trying to regain their status and try to project themselves out there as influential with their old friends, right? Yeah. Managed to grab the old man, tell him, Baka has no clue on our whole Cote d'Ivoire something. Somebody arranged everything, thought the water, say, oh, I can bring the old man, and the old man will come there. So a benefit is more to a benefit for that person than Baka. How? Now, we have an immediate energy crisis in our country. Baka goes to Cote d'Ivoire to meet one of the sources of our power, right? And now, come back to the country. On the airport, they're asking him. He did not say anything substantive as a solution to the energy crisis based on his engagement with his counterpart out there. What does that say to you? Useless trip. Wasted the country money. At the end of the day, only one man sitting somewhere who told him to go see whatever gets that kind of cloud. And the next thing that man is going to go back now
to
investors and get whatever he has to get because he managed to hold our puppet president, put him on plane and talking just so he can get something and say, oh, the president travel. That's all. Is that what we're going to be here for? You're already doing these things. They're hurting us. We're holding our peace on them. Then you have your irresponsible, disorganized party chairman passing around from ministry to ministry, taking arbitrary decisions as though the country is for him.
Yeah.
Or it's for you, Baka. That nonsense, you have to stop it. And like my colleague said, right? If the decision is not painstakingly reversed and done in accordance with our laws with regard to put, we are using this medium to tell all of those affected by this arbitrary, irresponsible decision by Luther Tappet, right? We are encouraging all of you, right? You must go to job, and any attempt will rally our supporters to escort you to the, and then let's see whether that put will function, right? Let's see whether that put will function when the Liberian people will is not prevailing.
Simple.
Let's see what will happen. That nonsense, and we'll see where you get money from. Already you suffering, you get no connection, no contact. Everybody that take Baka out uses Baka to get something for themselves. This is and a parasitic kind of president. At the end of the day, he rests on the country. People just got to use him, BM, they have to come, they grab him, they take him, they carry him to the other country, yeah. Then they go to collect from their business partner. You're all not seeing these things happening in our country.
It was better we maintain our footballing president than give us one puppet. Liman Bowie spoke about Humpty Dumpty. And let's bring that conversation back that we're transitioning our asset thing. Because it will illustrate our asset discussion. Do you remember when Liman Bowie used or made reference to Unity Party actions and Mr. Baka here as head of Unity Party? They're just saying that as one Humpty Dumpty and doing, when she said that, everybody started chasing Liman, insulting her, and all of that. This was exactly what Liman Bowie saw. Who are those named to our asset retrieval? Who are those? We are Rennie Jackson.
Rennie Jackson of all people.
We used to work with a colleague from Radio France International in 2014. When Baka named his asset retrieval team, Abu, the guy started sending me all of the different articles that we were investigating before in 2014. He started sending them back to me. So I'm about to go to my wow, it's on the phone, on the other phone. This phone is off. Your charger is here?
Yeah,
the phantom charger. Okay, I need to use your phantom charger while you going through the stuff. So the guys started sending all these reflection back to me, different articles and all of that we were investigating within Bon County and on the even to the indictment of Rennie Jackson and all of that. We investigated to the extent we established the relationship between Prince Moe and Rennie Jackson. And we're about to tell you some stories this morning. How Rennie Jackson even surfaced on this asset retrieval thing and justify why Liman Bowie said that Baka was a Humpty Dumpty man, just sitting down there. Why she said that, we want to justify that. For us, we already believe that Baka is actually one Humpty Dumpty. When you check some of the Humpty Dumpty, they tell you when you hanky, when you pop it so you can shake on the side, then you put your hand. When you pop it on the side, it goes so you put your hand. When you just pop it, you be pop, just shaking. Humpty Dumpty, Humpty Dumpty. So anyway, it twists the head, that's where it stays. Whenever it twists the foot, that's where it stays. Anyway, anything you do to it, it takes it. So that's poppering of a president. The reason is just simple. One, Baka has not worked as a career person in his entire life. Since Baka was born, he had never worked as a career person. That one. So it speaks to the level of experience that Baka has. Since the man was born, he has never worked as a career man. That one.
There is nothing you can point to say that man area his background.
No.
Or agriculture.
Since Baka was born,
manager.
That just one, he has never worked as a career man. Two, since Baka was born, Baka didn't get any special last skill. But he say Baka specialized in the thing here. You're not getting special last skill. Baka does not have. Baka has never applied for any job in his life. Baka has never sat a job interview in his whole life. 80-year-old man who has never sat a job interview in his life, who has never written an aptitude test in his life. When they read the course done our year by experience, whole day we can hear that the Joe Baka here. No special last skills, nothing, no career, never sat a job interview, never sat an aptitude test in his life. His degree is older than all. He put me Abu age together, Baka degree, one bachelor degree for you, older than 8. Our 2 ages joining together. And he has never worked in any formal environment before in his life outside public service. What experience he bring? Just say, you tell us that Baka stay long in government. We understand that one. Or you speak about experience professionally, it speaks to your capacity, your technical capacity. You're talking specialty now. The man is an experienced what? An experienced what? An experienced journalist, an experienced what? An experienced editor, an experienced what? An experienced manager, an experienced banker, an experienced agriculturist,
law
an experienced
enforcement
officer,
blah, blah, blah.
an experienced what?
So what is Baka experience in?
What is it about? But these are things that we saw and we said to you, President Sedeki in the past as an experienced one, as an experienced economy, the World Bank dream. So we all celebrated how we brought. We say, yeah, no more do something. When Mr. Wiyaki and garner all of the popularity from around the world, people, the quiet people saw and say, yeah, this guy has huge experience in interacting, dealing, and managing young people, motivating young people. We think Liberia with a generation over 65%, Mr. Weah will be able to use his experience in working interacting with youthful population or youthful project all around the world to attract young people, take them from the ghettos, take them from this place, from the slum community, and elevate their lives. Then he came to power. What did he do? We saw him prioritizing young people, women into public service, giving them positions that some of them did not ever think they were going to occupy.
He also came as an accomplished athlete. An accomplished athlete with a true proven record of unity and, of course, reconciliation. The man at peace.
So we all along, you saw in his endeavor, in his draft, he was able to reconcile this country. He was able to run this country peacefully. That is why you did not see police shoot one gun at protesters, even to the extent that they wanted to make his government popular by provoking him with different protests, lying on his knee. When you lie on him, he will go to the studio and sing song, Mr. Liar Man. When you stage protest, he will tell his police to give you water to drink, cold water to drink. That's the man. So we saw those qualities in him, those specialties. We said we'll make this man president. He will reconcile this country. He will attract young people from the ghettos. He will see the Cloud Hope Foundation. What does it do? It attracts young girls, underprivileged girls from the ghettos to an elite environment that will acquire skills. These are the qualities that we saw in George Weah, and he applied those skills at an exponential level that today Liberia can boast of him, and the world is celebrating him as a peace icon, a symbol of peace for Africa. What does Mr. Baka bring to the table? Nothing.
Vengeance, nepotism,
arrogance.
That's all.
Division.
That's all he has. The only thing people are going for, that's all.
Murdering people, peaceful protesters. That's all. What Mr. Baka brings, what does he bring to the table?
He brings vengeance. Tribalism.
So, folks, when you're voting for people, you look for these qualities. Today, the man that stood with him from Nima, he said he's going after the man. The man is telling that Baka does not pick his score. Baka change the number and Black he bring Johnson number. Who does that? His party chairman had to go protest to a house, leave parties into a house to protest for a job before he even became chairman for one boat. Today he adding there, he one powerful man.
Yeah.
You were just a protester for a job yesterday. Today he adding there, he one powerful man because he are giving one boat chairman job. Nobody is stupid in this country, folks. Nobody is stupid.
Then you won't control the man's decision. You're taking all kind of, and I mean, sadly, he is doing this thing to unpopularize Sekou, and Sekou have to, wherever you are right now, Sekou, you have to sit down and be able to critically look at this thing.
Yo,
this man know this. The decision will be met with still resistance or still the potential to be resisted, right? So make this young man unpopular. Sam Baka insisted on making this man the managing director.
Yeah.
And of course, I wanted to be, right? Made very unpopular. Two jobs the man he still want to be managing director of the port and also NASCO. What kind of man is so? Passing around, desperate and eager to do anything. This man, if you're not careful, Unity Party, if you're not careful, this man will damage and embarrass your government. You see this Luther type of man, you see so this man has an overkill greediness for power, wealth, and fame. Nobody knows what his objectives are. But this is exactly what the man has demonstrated. How you get a man money to celebrate inauguration, the man steal the money, passing around, and still want to be impacting or influencing national leadership decision making. For what? On what grounds? And it is only the president that can bring this loose man to order. And President Baka must take
the president
and bring this man to order.
But the president needs to be brought to order.
I agree, but
the whole government is like a loose home. When the man are in control, the partner in control, the people and the business everybody loose. So the business are going to do Hopojo way in there. The people are going to do Hopojo way in there. So maybe they say to the whole and bring a giving in. They get go to the Hopojo way in there. The park go to play the man go to. That how the whole UP government looking it's a disorganized system with nobody in charge. Group of loose gangsters just operating running their own thing. Do you know that, folks? Do you know that there are plans to bring Prince Johnson at the National Security Agency? This is deep. We may not want to talk detail today, but this is deep because we are hearing that Pearson is refusing to certain terms that they want him to that they are requiring him to accept. So they have reappointed Pearson to head the National Security Agency.
They say acting,
but the poor acting
doesn't want that condition.
They gave a letter. But they didn't put it on the executive mansion website. They appointed officers in charge. They appointed other people places. PSC they just slid a letter on the table and gave it to him as acting.
How you treat the man?
He's back at the NSA. He wanted to be there, let him be, but they gave him terms that we are hearing from reliable sources that he is refusing to accept. At this point, they are concerned bringing the men who will implement their plans. Their secret killers in the net, hunt critical voices in the net and shut them down dead. Prince C. Johnson from the military, who the army-wise protested to reject his nomination as Minister of Defense, and he fled the country to his family. I'm told somewhere in Europe, I think Sweden or somewhere. Now they are considering bringing him back because he has a lot of vengeance in him, and he wants to pay back, or he may want to pay back. So let's use this. They are looking for people who have vengeance in them, who want to pay back.
But I told you, Baka legacy is vengeance. The only thing Baka has that vengeance. So he always going looking for people, and as we slide into the asset recovery thing, it will be manifested.
Sure.
People who have deep-seated grudges are the people he like to work with. This is a man that kept 17 untold grievances in him for 12 years working with his boss. Kept those vengeance in him, and now he's using this as an opportunity. And let me tell you, Mr. Baka is going to come for those top up in the Ellen government that he felt and he had issues with. And why you think Mr. Amara Kone, Senator Amara Kone is being treated the way he is being treated? Clearly, there is no single person in the Baka structure that has international connection and reputation equal to Amara Kone. None of them have demonstrated that. Absolutely not. Mr. Kone can go everywhere, anywhere out there and knock doors and open doors. We saw it when Baka was languishing in the home of a U.S. felon, Stanton Waterspoon. It took Amara Kone to go and grab him out of that home and took him around to see people. The quality meetings he had in America were championed by Amara Kone. When he was only reduced to the home of a U.S. felon, it took Amara Kone. But you know why Amara has been treated the way he's been treated? There are too many reasons, but particularly because of the vengeance, the grudge that Baka himself holds deep for Amara during the days in the Ellen Sally government. So when you bring these kinds of people to power, they get people around them that play to their tune.
Sure.
They get people around them. So it should not come to you as a surprise. If you hear that how you call the guy? If you hear that Prince Johnson is going to NSA. But we are not afraid of anybody. You can take anybody and carry them anywhere. We're not afraid of Baka, then who will be afraid?
Maybe Prince Johnson use the gun and use the Secret Service to hunt critical voices, major opposition leaders, to hunt them down, to hunt them dead. Because for him to say, yeah, everybody make an implement. So that I'm plugging red. Sorry, open it. So folks, I'm trying to put the phone here on. We're going to the conversation while the phone is charging. Yeah. So these
things really don't come as a surprise to you if you have been following the trend of events in our country. Absolutely not. Right? Absolutely not. So this attempt to witch hunt individuals and politically target your opponent in a dictatorial effort to silence critical voices is unacceptable. Because if you sit down and allow these things to happen, because right now these boys really they are living on handout from Lebanese and Indian business people. The moment these people start to make real money, they sit down, arrogance enter them down. While the man sitting, listening to conversation, who's that? Go for that. Right? So now you must start nipping from the back this nonsense attitude. Why would this man wake up from a house? That man wake up from a house and go start detecting decision. I bet you, right? I bet you there are board members who are unaware of this action. There are board members who are unaware of this action. Who is Luther Tappet?
Is the board even complete?
I don't know. They have some people there. I'm not sure it's fully completed. But even the ones they have, they are not in know of this decision.
But let's see whether we can enter our three additional winners, and then we re-announce, and then we move to transition to this asset recovery thing. Wow, man, just get ready, y'all man, coming for. Oh Jesus, the country. Joe, but I think we sit down and lie. Just for the country because he's old. Eh? Y'all got more less to do. From NPA and y'all go to LPRC and other places. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm calling you from Freedom FM. How are you? What's your name?
God bless you.
What's your name?
I say God bless you. Answer my own voice.
Oh, thank you. Amen.
Okay.
So what's your name?
My name is CDMUW, Small.
Small. Did you receive message from Freedom FM?
No, not yet.
Okay, but our system tells us that you are a winner. You just won 2,500 Liberian for playing the Freedom Cash giveaway.
Oh, for true?
Yeah, so please check your phone.
Okay. Let God be with you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay. How do you check that messages? You
check a backlog of messages.
Yeah. The next is 0881 644 025. Okay, this is another lucky winner. Let's see. Well, we can get to speak with this person. So, folks, yes, that's what we do. We intersperse our information, our conversation. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, bro.
How are you? What's your name?
I need a job for Fena community.
Okay, how many times have you played our Freedom Cash giveaway?
I played 12 times.
12 times, and today you are a winner.
Yeah.
Did you receive the message?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep playing, encourage others to play. You can still play. You are still qualified to play again.
All right.
Okay, we'll call the last person on 0. Let me see, 0886 587. No, I think we finished calling the person because it's showing the phone. There is a number that we haven't called. There is a tail winner. Let me see. I think it should be this 13 number 0888 8899 8899 13. Okay, yeah. This number is not showing the phone, so it means we haven't called it yet. 8899 Okay. So this is the last. Your colleagues are winning, others are playing, and the people are winning. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. Hello, good morning.
You get me?
I'm getting you. What's your name, please?
I'm Francis Promo.
Francis, we are calling you from Freedom FM. This is Austin Kawa.
Okay.
Our record shows that you have played the Freedom Cash giveaway.
Yeah.
How many times?
played 3 times this morning.
Okay, 3 times. Congratulations. You spent $300 and you won yourself $2,500. Did you see the message?
Let me tell you, I'm not
Okay, check the message. You just won yourself $2,500.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations. So the man played 3 times, he spent $300. He just won himself $2,500. That's it. So that's $5, $10, $15,000 gone already. We still have additional $15, $20, $22, $25,000 to go. So y'all gotta win our money. If you can win our money, we'll carry it back, we'll come out tomorrow. All you have to do is just that *799# and follow the instructions, and then you are qualified. You become a potential winner. Just by playing, you become a potential winner. So that *799#, you press send. The options come to you from option number 1 to option number 12. Freedom FM is at number 11. So *799#, you press send. You press 11, you press send. The option comes to you in LD. The option comes to you in LD and USD. Number 1, that USD means you have 70 cents and you want to play in USD. Number 2, that LD means you have USD $100 LD and you want to play in USD. So if you want to play in USD, you press 1. If you want to play in LD, you press 2. And then mobile money will require you to enter your mobile money code or password. Once you enter your mobile money password, bingo, you are a potential winner to win $2,500 Liberian. And you can play as many times as you want to play. Even if you won on the show and the show is still on, you can still play. They're all the winners who call this money. They are still qualified to play. They can still play. They can still play multiple times. So, folks, that's it. Abu, let's go into our asset retrieval thing. Have you seen the full? Sincerely, I've not seen the full list of those named to the asset retrieval.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've not seen the full list of those named to the asset retrieval thing. That I can say I've not seen the full list.
It's out there. It's out here. Let me see. It's here.
Somebody sent me the soft copy, but it's not opening at all. So
here is it. Let me just read exactly. Asset recovery and property retrieval. Core team members named March 7, 2024. Executive Mansion, Monrovia, Liberia. Monrovia. Following the issuance of Executive Order number 126, establishing the Office of Asset Recovery, President Joseph Newman Boaka Sr. has announced members of the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Core Team. The team is expected to lead the charge to ensure processes leading to the location, recovery, and retrieval of public resources and properties. Personalities named to the core team who are to meticulously follow and implement the executive order are: 1. Councillor Edward Clark Mountain, Chairman. 2. Ms. Mema Robertson, Vice Chair. 3. Mr. Alexander Coffey, Member, Special Advisor. Mr. Martin Corley, Member, Good Governance Activist. Why are you laughing? Mr. Ahmed Dempster.
Good governance activist.
Ahmed Dempster.
The Adama?
That one I think the Adama, but they is here as Ahmed Dempster, Member. Honorable Emmanuel Gonkwe, Member, Advocate. Talking about CEO, Advocate. Rennie B. Jackson, Member, Public Policy Expert. Correct.
Yeah, man, yeah, policy eating money, stealing money.
Okay. So you have Miss Victoria Moinsman, Member, Business Community. Mr. George Moore, Member, Security. John Mobagbli, Member, Security. Mr. Chokon Mountain Allen, Member, Private Sector. Representative General Services Agency, GSA, and then Representative Liberia National Police, Representative Ministry of Justice, the Minister of State without portfolio for special services will serve as ex officio assigned. Kula Fofana, Presidential Press Secretary. This look comical, phony, and undermining of the substance and meat of this whole asset recovery thing. From the very get-go, and I like to remain on record that I support the desire to investigate and of course retrieve suspicious assets believed to be acquired through illicit funding, acquired while people were serving in public offices. I support that 100% any day, every day. But it has to be quality. It has to be professionally driven, and it has to be experience-based. Because to establish fraud in these kinds of conversations, it's not needed. People just don't wake up from it. Take all kind of hangy-pangy, humpty dumpties and put them on listing and say, oh, you're going to do just for the political optic. I think that what I see it as mostly. Baka has undermined this very genuine effort by the names of people he has included on the committee or the office, most of whom have checkered and records. Most of them who are now disciplined financially. Most of them who have record of mismanaging, mishandling public trust. Most of them who have personal vendetta with individuals, and a responsible, professional, and maturely driven initiative of this matter that is national has to come from an objective standpoint, objective, and of course impartial. When Austin is to pursue, Austin must not be informed by his disagreement or his rivalry with Kine to pump his vigor in going for the man. No, it must be clearly void of all these things. But we cannot guarantee that with the name of people.
Not at all.
Martin Colley possesses absolutely no credential for a serious mandate national body like this. Sitting on the internet and criticizing every government policy qualifies you not for a critical job and task as this. This is reputational, this is integrity driven, and this is of course confidential. You cannot hire a recklessly managed young man, put him on this, go and drink, but because of political correctness, he comes to the public and profess to be knowledgeable of critical matters. This is not how you answer national problems. You answer national problems painstakingly, and of course, with a sense of responsibility. You don't just take, because somebody goes on social media, cry out loud, qualifies them for such a national tax. This again has justified, our qualification of Mr. Barker's political, knowledge has been bereft of the standard required for a nation's president. If not for Liberia, the quality of Mr. Barker cannot be elected in any country. Every time Mr. Barker takes decision, Mr. Barker justifies and manifests why he is the least in terms of thinking in our country. And in a country that means well, that is properly structured, where the people are informed, they are elected about how they take decisions, how they do things, no way you will elect Mr. Barker as president. But let's come back home and say this is the reality we have in Liberia. The people have elected this man who has absolutely zero track record of anything, had zero track record of even managing himself, to be able to cater for the time that he is now physically capable of working.
Yeah.
Right? This man had some of the rarest opportunity in life to have spent 40 years in lucrative public offices in your life. And yet still after those years, you are unable to manage yourself. Somebody have to pay your electricity bill. Somebody have to do gold farming to raise money, to put food on your table. Somebody have to raise money to foot your medical bill. Somebody has to that is a manifestation of how, I'm sorry for the lack of a better word, irresponsible. Yeah, seriously, because if you come to think about it, these are the yardstick by which structural society make leadership decision. But in Liberia, we brought this man. And this man have the opportunity to do something that most governments have dodged. Even the government we supported. I supported the asset recovery team when Mr. Weah announced it. As much as United Party people cried that, oh, it was for witch hunt. And those who cried that it was for witch hunt, right, are now today calling for it, but they wanted to only focus on the CDC. Why do they want it? There's a reason. And a man who is determined to leave a legacy of transformation and accountability in our republic, who care less about who's affected. You'll not be going for a friend. Say, let me save my friend and go for weird people and strangulate them, embarrass them, and disgrace their reputation so that they can come and to contest in our governance space. It is political. You can't do it that way. We expect something better from Joseph Boakai. Now that you are President, Mr. Boakai, you are supposed to be thinking your thinking is a little more improved. Yes, because we have records to indicate that you're not the quality thinking person in our country, but yet the people voted for you as president.
Yeah.
How do you include Rennie Jackson? Were you around? You were vice president of the country. When you follow the issue about the Bon County people money and Rennie Jackson, there are GAC report indicting this man. You take the man and put him on a serious national asset recovery, a committee that's responsible to determine fraud and go after it and bring these things back. But that man has in his stomach some of the stolen wealth from Bon County, and he has been passing around. And you think this kind of man is supposed to be answering questions to this committee of this nature? You put him on this thing, right? You put this man on this thing. This is absolutely, I don't know, but I don't know whether Mr. Boakai is the one making these listings. People just send them and then he signed them and then they go through and all that. Because if you really go through this, you take all kind of children and you put them on serial manner committee to be doing national investigation. Irresponsible young people, you put them. No, this is not about inclusion. I say it has to be experience-based, professionally driven, right? A serious committee of this nature has no professional auditor on it, whether retired or active. Are they serious? I don't think so. No serious forensic criminal investigator on it that I know of. That when you call their name and say, oh yes, evident by their track record, the cases they have managed, the cases they have dealt with, when you hear their name, we mean business, we'll get something out of this. Oh, you just want the social media stunt where Martin Colley will just go grab pictures of people's property. You think that how you can do this thing to conclude and then Austin come in? These kinds of investigation are evidence-based. Because under our laws, the people will not provide evidence against themselves. So a mountain that nonsense used to do for political correctness and campaign purposes, which will understand propaganda and all that, right? Grab pictures of property because you want to influence the voters' perception, right?
Yeah.
You want to move people to vote in particular way. That is not, that is not forensic. That is not investigation. No. So you grab it. As soon as the public say, oh, one man get so people get angry, they go to vote in particular way based on that propaganda you've carried out. This is not how you run the asset recovery thing. Mountain has no business on such a serious body. Mountain can only be here because of the quality of president you have, Boakai. No independent people on the committee. No independent people on the committee. No people that do not come from a United Party Boakai support base. Everybody on the committee have a tie to Boakai campaign and election. It undermines the objectivity of this committee. You can't have it like that. You have to make it all inclusive, professionally driven, and integrity focused. People who are there are lacking in integrity. You put them on the committee, but they're supposed to be starting a tax that is heavily integrity driven. It's laughable. Lastly, Mr. Boakai, if Mr. Boakai means well for this asset recovery thing here, Mr. Boakai will seek to ensure that the span of this must be in keeping with our laws. If the statute of limitation on corruption things are affected in any case, we put the warning out. But anyone that the statute of limitation does not, we go for them. Because it's equal to public corruption.
Yeah.
Public corruption is not limited to only people that work in we are government. Even people that are in your office that campaign for you, that give you money. If they stole from the country, you must develop the courage to investigate them and prosecute them. It has to be evidence-based, not perception-driven. To say, oh, you get perception that they may get a property, you go, you grab them. No, when you do that, you waste. Because librarian, mind you, know, the money to do this thing is going to come from you. Not Baka. Baka will not take a salary to invest a year. I'm hearing that about $5 million is being requested by this committee for this time initially. And if that is coming from our budget to go into such a useless group of people, I think Mr. Barker must rethink.
Family. You see, there are two by-elections ahead of us. Mm-hmm. One is in Grand Jide and one is in Nimba. Madison Guayam, he so rest in peace from Grand Jide, has to be replaced as a result of his death. And in Nimba, Jeremiah Kuhn's election created a space for a by-election as well in Nimba. We're told that Joe Barker takes seriously the two spaces in the two counties and he wants to win them. I want to believe that this is the propaganda arm of the campaign team for the two by-elections that Mr. Barker has appointed. That's what I want to believe. I think Mr. Barker, they told him, probably, I will sell out the propaganda arm for the campaign. So he got appointed. So he appointed a Unity Party Alliance people as a propaganda arm of the campaign team for the two by-elections. Let me read what an anonymous person wrote in response to Barker's stuff. The person writes, corruption control requires solid and sustained action, not political grandstanding embellished in deceit and hypocrisy. The executive order to establish an asset recovery task force from the very beginning is a mere posturing on the part of JMB intended to pump air in the space for the sole purpose of getting some crumbs from the international community to support his government. Same tactics apply with Elton Deal, meant to attract Bretton Woods. A Clamanti, a protege of CFO's former MPFL rebel, refused visa multiple times by USA. Now, by that true because we know them for a fact.
But in the integrity you are talking about,
visa by that true because we know it for a fact that on multiple occasions the US denied Clamanti visa.
Look, listen to the profile of our own asset recovery people. Compare that to Nigeria, and asset recovery.
This such a picture of the guy from Nigeria. I will get the guy from Syria. So you see, they so compare them. The people from Nigeria, no joke. So, Clamanti, a protege of CFO's former MPL rebel, refused visas multiple times by the US and listed in the IAA's report for corruption at LCC. At the time he was head of LCC, he was accused of being corrupt, misapplication of entrusted property, and misappropriation of funds at the LCC. That with GAC report, they said that IA cannot be the messiah to recover stolen wealth scattered not only in Liberia but in America. So the issue is in America, Europe, Asia, and other parts of Africa. For this man to spearhead this committee, in fact, the man who cannot easily get European or American or US visa. That's what the writer is saying. The integrity of the committee that Abu was talking about. Let's go. The writer continues. A coffee in the GAC's RIA report accused of multiple corruptions at the FIU. A no messiah other. Coffee. A Jackson with his hand stained in Bone County development funds cannot be a messiah in this fight. They don't have the integrity, the education, the exposure, and competence to lead this fight.
Exactly what we're talking.
You cannot set up a serious team for the mere purpose of meeting job satisfaction, lacking competence, experience, education, and exposure. JMB is working Weah's work, which will yield the same results. What happened to the little funds recovered by Cephas and Arthur Johnson? Yes, Doe created the Bureau of Reacquisition, proposing it to identify the properties of former government officials, and it's unrelated for the purpose of our conversation to save time. Assets recovery should not be merely restricted to Weah's 6 years. It should go far back to the very existence of this country. Like those group, Cephas Arthur failed to show what financial benefit the government got from the assets on a common issue that has impoverished Liberia for years. JAB chose to walk the same walk of Weah, Sirleaf, Taylor, Doe. This is my colleague from Radio France International forwarded me all these articles that we worked on before in 2014 as a reflection. And the other stuff, this is an opinion from a media colleague. He said the intention of the asset recovery team is good, but the composition of its members is bad. For instance, the head of the committee, Edward Clamantin, the former head of the LCC, is already angry with the past administration for removing him from the LCC despite having tenure. He's on record of accusing ranking officials of the former government of stealing state resources. He already have a mindset that they are criminals. He has concluded already that even before going to court. So, allowing him to chair such a great committee shows that he will pay back. The one is coming from media colleague. 2. Martin Collin, who branded himself as a rescue Rambo, is a staunch supporter of the Bouakas presidential bid. He has written a number of opinion articles branding the Weah administration as a cartel of thieves. He already has a preconceived mind. He should be nowhere around this committee. 3. The EFF mayor Emmanuel Gongwe, he is also on record of being taken to jail by the Weah administration for violently locking up the Capitol building. He was tried and found guilty, but the government decided to downplay his sentencing because the election was approaching, and the regime did not want to have any political prisoner in jail.
That's the executive, the Capitol building,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
They don't want to have any political prisoner in jail. So, this will be a perfect opportunity for Emmanuel to get back at those former officials who prosecuted him. He and Martin were organizers of the 26 billion protests that misled the public that 16 billion had gone missing. International auditing firm Crowe Associate investigation established that no 16 billion went missing. The public was misled. How come they are members of such an important committee? What happened to Councillor Jala Babu, Councillor Nimbali Werner, former dean of the law school, and other independent lawyers in Liberia? Is Bouakas really serious about asset recovery? Must the committee be headed by operatives of Bouakas administration? Another great question is, where is the committee starting the investigation? From the Weah's era? Or will they review recommendations from the Weah's Asset Recovery Committee and continue to probe up to Weah's era?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me flip to where this man Cody has spoken about.
Such can only happen based on the quality of the people you put on the committee.
Yeah. He also sent me this July 22, 2019 analyst report when our corner described the asset recovery as an unjust witch hunt by former finance minister Corner. Government asset recovery unjust witch hunt former finance minister Amara Kone reacts. This is Amara Kone's opinion in 2019.
Yeah, when the Sereno Seaforth and Arthur Johnson's committee was set up.
Now, you see, we have every reason to repeat ourselves about Bwaka's knowledge, the quality of decision that Bwaka makes. We have every reason to repeat ourselves. Between me and you, nobody in this country should be afraid of Bwaka's asset recovery or retrieval mess. It's a mere cliche. It's a big bluff, a giant-sized bluff. It's a giant Bwaka whole asset recovery thing is a giant-sized political bluff.
Very unserious.
Unserious to the extent that even Bwaka himself, even the Mountain Kula or Mountain Koli Kula Fofana, I won't call the younger ones in between 36 to 38, that they won't call. Even they themselves do not believe in this asset recovery thing. If you make Kula president today, Kula will never appoint a Martin Koli as a member to an asset recovery team. If you take Martin Koli and make him president, he will not even appoint anybody of himself. And he will not appoint an Emmanuel Gongwe. And Emmanuel Gongwe will not be appointed to an asset recovery team of the whole country. You set it down. You take all of the young people who are members of the intellectual class of the Unity Party, you place them in a room and say, make decisions to reconstitute this asset recovery thing. Trust me, Martin Ni will not surface. Emmanuel Gongwa name will not surface. Clark Martin name will not surface. Raymond Jackson's name will not surface. All those young that girlfriend need to take and put on that thing, all those young girlfriend need to take and put on it, their names will not surface. Because there are people in Unity Party that know what asset recovery requires. People needed people with forensic investigative skill. When Mr. Weah became president, he went for a man like Arthur Johnson with over 10 years of forensic investigative skill, a specialized forensic investigator. Arthur Johnson.
With no attachment to his political...
no political identity. Arthur Johnson has never been a member of any political party. He has never affiliated with any political party. He has always been a towering voice when it comes to legal issues in our country. We are waiting for him. They said, come and hear the asset recovery thing for me. He didn't work. We hosted him here. When it reached a point where we have billions that could have been recovered, but it required according to him, the MR5 of the UK was requiring the signature or the approval of our Minister of Justice. He said, we have these files.
And it got ruthless.
So,
remember that time? Even after the Justice Minister?
After Johnson was speaking, Arthur Johnson said the Minister of Justice was responsible for the poor performance of their work. Does any of those need to Bwaka have the bravery to look in the face of a Bwaka official and sound like the way Arthur Johnson sounded?
No, they are partisans. So
they are all partisans. Eh? But Arthur Johnson was there. He came here. We hosted him here in a joint interview with all media colleagues. He accused the Minister of Justice. He said he narrated where he started from, how he retrieved some money, where he went, what he saw, the fact he saw, the role the MR5 played, and all people in the US played with him, and what the requirement was to need approval from the Minister of Justice. We turn all the facts over to you.
That's all.
He said them already. We look for that record and be playing them here. Did the Minister of Justice give the approval? No. Arthur Johnson became angry and walked away from the asset recovery thing. He said he was walking away because his work was being strangulated by the Minister of Justice. His work was being impeded by the Minister of Justice. He walked away. So you could see the sincerity in the government to find an independent voice that would not be easily influenced or manipulated to make decisions in favor of the government. George Weah did that. What has Bwaka done? He brought a clamante to fight proxy war for you. But you should be man enough. You want to fight George Weah and his official? Come face to face. That's fight. You don't have to go proxy. Don't go. You want to fight proxy war? You go bring Clamante, who is morally bankrupt, a common criminal on the record with his TV record is very deplorable. This other young man said he's an exile student. The stupidity in the decision of the United Party people say to implement somebody who say he live in exile. Do you know what I mean to be an exile student? They may fled the country. He said the government was after him. He's living in exile. And you go for him to come join you to retrieve somebody, retrieve people as somebody who is. So
I mean, why you think that man?
But that man will make that kind of decision.
That man blame his time out of the country on people that are after him. So you are giving him a weapon to come back. Then you using our serious initiative to go to a means for them man to settle his political score, people. Does he even bring Martin bring by? Does he have capacity to go after anybody who he accused before of fighting? You all want to somebody and say the person where I believe that the person how illegal acquired this house. So you go to go to what the person. That's the worst case. No, they say he the one used to post people picture on Facebook. He know all the people.
So you can go, you can bring you see exile. You take somebody whole picture and send to you with the location, everything. Then you go there, you go put lag on it, put tag on it, and say on the investigation on the account of one Martin called the city somewhere.
But Martin should
this man, the first thing is Walker has never proven to be a serious old man. One man sat down in exile and built 2-story building in your country.
Yeah.
The source of that money has not been revealed.
From unexplained.
The house, the property is conflicted. This man has a questionable property in your country. You are retrieving state assets according to you. This man's property he acquired while in exile is believed to have been heavily sponsored by individuals in the Weah government and outside the Weah government. When you go and post on it, that is believed to be true. People calling and getting money, or people using the fight proxy war against other officials, then they pay him, he invests the money in pay property, he acquire property. The people whose property is supposed to be investigated are the ones coming to investigate other people's property. Baka, Martin Cody can't come to me. Martin can't come to me or anybody that I know I'm close to. Say they come and investigate some of my property. The library you wanted to end, that we don't end it for you. The library what you wanted to end on job, we don't end it for you. Because it is foolish. It is just senseless. Very, very, I don't want to use some strong adjectives here. And I want to consider Joe Barker's age. But that Barker is not considering his age. Because age comes with wisdom. See the quality of the decision that people that Ouattara are making in Ivory Coast. They are all tied to policy. Every step that Ouattara takes is tied to policy. Yes, he has his odds because he's a human being. But see the quality of decision he's making. See the quality of decision your friend Rare Akufo Addo in Ghana making. They are concerned every day with improving the quality of their country, their infrastructure, their power, and all of that. Agriculture, food production. They want to invest in food production. You said they want to. Right now, Ghana is discussing building the largest gold processing plant in Africa. They want to expand. You sitting down here, 80-year-old man, and you calling someone boy, they playing tomato crop to kind of go retrieve state assets. What is that? What a serious old man will make such a decision, and you want people to praise that and celebrate their decision?
Other countries announcing accomplished people, accomplished professionals on asset recovery committee.
When Jackson was on that committee by Prince Moi, and we'll tell you why. You want to acquire a retrieve asset, you will have to go to the legislature. You will never exclude the legislature if you want to retrieve state assets. There are people illegally acquire assets. Prince Moi was chairman of Ways and Means and deputy speaker. They acquire properties The lawmakers that acquire properties. We want to know. You think you're going after people only in the executive, that only people in the executive acquire property or believe to have illegally acquired properties? That's not going to happen in this Liberia where we all have equal ownership too. In Liberia, the ownership of Liberia, that issue, that age, that nationality, we have equal share, equal ownership to Liberia. That's why we say, Joe Barker, you and your legs, we are going to provoke you. Already you're making ABC mistakes. We are going to provoke you to tarnish your reputation, your government reputation. That the United Party be looking their own stinking in the nose of Liberians. That anywhere Liberians see United Party, they will not consider United Party because of your ignorance and your sheer stupidity that you continue to exhibit every day. Serious country, give you country, say run the country, manage the country. The mistakes that we have made, correct those mistakes. The good things he did, upgrade those good things, and let's go on this country. Let's run this country. Let's improve. And you here making fun? You go say you look for 10% MP dismissal. You go say you can't retrieve. I said, who asked you can't retrieve? And all the writers have spoken about the people's experience, their qualification, what their connections are, what do they know, who knows them? Where are they going to start from? Why are they going to start from where? From the threshold that you will set. Where do we get the money from to finance them? Because we're going to call on the legislature not to release it, not to allocate a dime for that purpose, because it's going to be waste of public funds. So we're going to call on the legislature not to allot or allocate a dime to any asset retrieval mess. It is a complete mess. A giant size mess that is going nowhere, just to waste public money. That's all. So don't waste your time to put money in the budget for that nonsense. If you want to retrieve assets, you have the FIU. Use the FIU. Form a team of the FIU, the GSC, the LACC, the IA. Let them go after asset, government asset, GSA. Then let them go after it. You take a group of Palestinians and put them on asset retrieval thing. They will take their party identity and go to the UK and other countries in Europe and other countries in Africa, or go to Ghana with their party text on them to Ghana to go investigate people property. The first thing, properties that are constructed in other people's country or businesses that are owned, no matter what give it to you, is give you information easily because they are confidential. You will have serious people who will go there. When you take Clamante and send them Ghana to go investigate people property, we will take all their other reports and send it beyond them. Who will receive those kind of people? You take Clamante and say UK, we take that other report and send it beyond into the UK government. People and all that political identity, that political posts, that audio recording, all their audio recordings, that Facebook posts supporting Joe Barker, we take all their political posts and send it beyond them. You take Clamante and send it to any country. We take all their political posts, all their political audios, all their things, all their supporters, we take them and send them behind them to the countries they're going to investigate. So the countries they are going to, those countries will discredit them and they will bring themselves back to this country in shame. That's what we're going to do. So we're so fast beyond them.
On politics.
Yes.
On political grounds. That's all they're doing.
That's what we're going to do. And then what we are going to invest with, in fact, we are not even waiting for you. We're going to send your files all over to all of the links and the connects we have. We send your files, all your Facebook posts and support, your audio recordings, accusing people, all the recordings have vendetta in them. We send them to people so those partners can know that this is a political witch hunt.
The GSC report,
nobody will give you
Rennie Jackson
any serious. Rennie Jackson
publish all their mess. So you see the quality of Baka on people saying a point. Baka say he know how to do. I don't even know.
George Moba, Toba Moba, Edward Kafia, Marvin Cole, Rennie Jackson. At the time he was superintendent of Bon County. John Flomo, right? At the time he was head of the Bon County Community, Bon County Technical College. Thomas Cisco was, I think, the project manager or project coordinator. Now, Prince Moi expressing Rennie Jackson on this committee because they have a long-standing relationship, folks. And we tell you this, maybe we might continue the conversation tomorrow since there's no time. And then we'll have to take calls and then call our last set of winners. But here's it. Rennie Jackson is the godfather of Prince Moi. For many of you who do not know, You need to know. Rennie Jackson is going to be the representation of Prince Moyi on that asset recovery thing. Because Prince Moyi has a lot to have. And what say he wants to have, then we are going to start our investigation before the asset recovery team start. We'll start publishing their properties. We are calling on all Liberians in Bon County everywhere. All the properties you know that people owning. Clementing them, you give us a location, you send out pictures. We're going to announce WhatsApp numbers here to send out all the pictures of the properties that they own. We'll start posting them. We want to fight to protect.
Then let them tell where they were working to
yes,
the government.
To acquire those properties.
All the people working in government.
Prince Moyi is so into Rennie Jackson to the extent that Prince Moyi has a son that he named after Rennie Jackson. Prince Moyi has a son named Rennie Jackson Moyi. Do you see the relationship between the two? How greenish it is? Do you see the relationship between the two? To the extent that Prince Moyi's son is named Rennie Jackson Moyi. The guys are not this smart. Because they want to target or citizens or CDC officials. So they are putting people who are their ass on the committee to seek their interests and protect their interests. But folks, we're going to join them. We're going to follow the work. We will not sit there and allow this to happen. We will fight this with our sweat and blood. I'm going to read this last article for you, published on the 19th June 2019. The grand jury of the non-judicial circuit court of Bon County through the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission and the Ministry of Justice has indicted several persons for acts of corruption in the construction of the Bon County Technical College. Throughout George Morba Sr. and Tuba Morba, as well as current representatives Edward Kafa and Marvin Koo. Others are Rennie Jackson, former Bon County Superintendent, John Flomo, former president of the Bon Technical College, Cisco project specialist at the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Kanen Yao Awaji, former assistant chief architect at the Ministry of Public Works, Marcus Barron, blah, blah, blah. These are people. Rennie Jackson, the court, the grand jury, indicted them.
This is the Rennie Jackson on Broadcast Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Committee, an integrity institution established for the sole purpose of going after stolen wealth and property, suspicious properties in Umbab. But this mayor has not accounted for the Bon County Technical College funding. And this mayor is supposed to be going to somebody's house and tell them, say, how you got a house when he has his own that he's living in. That's also questionable. And there are even other reports indicting this man. This is unacceptable, unserious, and of course, a political witch hunt. Baka needs to be serious governance. If Baka is not serious governance, one morning we all need to wake up, assemble, and ask Baka to leave our presidency. As though all of these witch hunt actions and activity from Mr. Baka is not sufficient, right? Why legal action are being taken to challenge Mr. Baka, reckless and irresponsible, disrespect of the very laws and constitution he sought to protect.
He went to the LTA again.
He went to the LTA again and issuing a draconian mandate, right, to strangulate the functions of the leadership. They constituted the legal authority there, but using his presidential power to limit Israel. You won't do something the law say you're not supposed to do it, but because you feel it so dictatorial and you want to impose your will, you do not want to respect the law, but you have legal restraints. So you go in now and say, okay, you don't get it, money, I don't send money, I don't put money here. And Baka is made to issue a presidential order in that regard. Let me read it. It says, this is the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, blah, blah, blah.